Good afternoon, St. Mary's family, and happy Friday. Father John here, along with Father Anthony, and we want to invite you to a new monthly roundup that we're going to be doing on social media. It's just going to give us the opportunity for us to check in with all of you. Obviously, there's so much stuff going on here at St. Mary's. It's amazing when we got here back in 2020. It was like me and you and some tumbleweed, and there was so much not happening.
And COVID.
And COVID. Can't forget that. So we just want to have this opportunity to check in, to say hi. We're back and forth between St. Peter's and St. Mary's, so we know we don't get a chance to see everyone every weekend, and just to kind of catch us up on the great things that have happened over the last couple of weeks, and to kind of look forward. So together, we're going to be looking back and looking forward. So what are we looking back at?
So what are we looking back at? Let's see. You had the Men's Holy Hour, right?
I did. We've been kind of launching. Other parishes on Long Island have been doing it, where we've had opportunities for the guys of the parish to gather together in prayer, and then we'll get to what's happening tonight in a few minutes. But just moments for prayer, for reflection, and we had a great speaker. He was a teacher that I had from high school, Alex Basil. I went to Kellenberg, and Alex is the chair of the religion department. Just an amazing guy, talented musician, great teacher. And his wife had passed away back in March, and I remember being at her funeral, and hearing his words and how he was able to just really capture and put into words the reality of the resurrection. Like, even in that moment, like, you can't fake it. You can't just come up with the textbook answer of death and resurrection. It was really from the heart. So he shared that experience, but just also shared being a dad, being a husband, being a teacher, being a man of faith. So I thought it was a really inspiring night for the guys here. We hope to do more of those in the future. Stay tuned. We'll advertise them as they come. And those nights are really, they're powerful, they're worthwhile. So that was a great experience.
In the next few years, the diocese, the church around the world will be doing programs to enhance our faith in the Blessed Sacrament, in Jesus' real presence, body, blood, soul, and divinity. So we've been trying to get ahead of the game to have more opportunities for people to come to the church and to pray before the Blessed Sacrament, exposed in the monstrance, and then to receive the benediction, the blessing at the end. It's always a great opportunity to just be quiet with the Lord. Even if you see we have it every Tuesday from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock. If you can drop in for 5 minutes, it's a wonderful thing. I know it'll change your heart and give you a beautiful experience of the Lord's presence in the Holy Eucharist.
One of the things that people said to me that I was struck by was, hey, Father John, like, I've never been to a holy hour of Eucharistic adoration. I've gone, where the Blessed Sacrament's been exposed, but in terms of the full ritual, from exposition to benediction, a lot of people said, I'd never experienced that before, and it really is a beautiful expression of our faith. So if you've never been to an evening like that before, we'll certainly have more upcoming, and we're going to mention one specific opportunity that's actually tonight, but we'll get to that in a minute. From the sublime to maybe a bit the more...
I looked at the paper here, and we're going Men's Holy Hour to Animal Blessing.
Were there any frogs there?
No,
it's the burning question that I have.
No frogs.
Thanks be to God. Frogs.
Yeah.
So if you want to get him a gift, nothing to do with frogs.
Yeah, no frogs. Dunkin' Donut coupons, maybe. But no frogs.
What was so cool about that was it really was kind of a crummy day. I don't know if you remember October 4th. Like, it really was not a pleasant weather day. We had a little break in the rain. Actually, the camera that we used to take pictures, it was like wrapped up in like a bag so it wouldn't get wet and damaged. But the people still came out, and they brought their four-legged friends. We saw little like dogs and strollers and cats and backpacks. Last year I got to bless a horse up at St. Peter's, which was totally a different experience for me. We didn't have horses this year, but we did have a good turnout. It was great to see people with their...
Even in the rain, I was just surprised how many people came out. We do love our pets. As you might know, I have 3 cats. So,
in about an hour's time, you'll start hearing the cat like meowing from my office.
Yeah.
So if you hear any meowing, it's not my empty stomach. It's the cat's empty stomach upstairs.
Oh,
what else? What else have we had?
Car show.
Sir.
That was great.
So the Knights of Columbus, as you may or may not know, for the past 2 years, they've had this car show, which is a fundraiser for the 911 veterans. And I remember last year I had a funeral mass. It was Saturday of Columbus Day weekend, and I'm in the church, and all of a sudden I hear these like rumbling engines like rolling down Harrison Avenue. So I was like, oh man, I guess the cars are here. And after the funeral, I went out to the parking lot, and the lot was like packed. And last year was a huge success, and last month was another huge success. So huge shout out to the Knights of Columbus. A bunch of the guys were going around to local car shows down to like Tobay and over in Patchogue and other places, really spreading the word and sending out invites.
What 911 veterans? It's 911 as in call for help. And what it is that they help veterans who maybe need help with their rent or some furniture or whatever they need. They go and they help them out. Over the past few years, I think this is I don't know how many years the Knights have been doing this, but last year they raised over $20,000 for this great organization. So if you ever look it up, it's a great organization too if you want to share your treasures with them. 911 veterans. Okay.
Did you have any favorite cars?
Last year there was a big white Cadillac convertible. Mm-hmm. Looked like a boat.
I know, it's crazy. One of the things that I found cool too is, we see a lot of our parishioners at Mass and around town. And it was cool to see some people that I've known now for these past couple of years rolling up in their classic rides. And the stories and the memories that kind of follow theirs. Like I know Kathy with the Studebaker. The Cicerinis, they had a Pontiac GTO, I think.
Right.
It's cool to see that particular aspect of themselves and their lives.
What's funny is that I remember some of the cars. Father John is seeing them refurbished.
I know them as classic cars. Father Anthony just knows them as cars. So speaking of the lot, another great event that just happened a few days ago. Little trick or trunk.
Trick or trunk?
I always mess this up. Trunk or treat. Trick or trunk. Trick or trunk.
Anyway, they just give candy away, so I was there. All right.
With your spooky cat shirt.
With my cat shirt on. Nobody got the joke though. It was those old Halloween ornaments that people would put on their windows and stuff. It was that cat. If you know what I'm talking about. So it was fun. Kids running all over the place. That's what's great, about those kind of events is the kids are just running around having a great time with each other. And I was very impressed this year. At one point, one of the cars ran out of candy, and one of the girls came over and she said, I says, I'm sorry. He says, we don't have any candy. She reached in her bag, took out a big whole hand of candy, and she says, I'll share some with you. Wow. So I was very impressed with that. She says, we don't want anybody to go away with nothing. That's what she said as she walked away. So it was great. It was great. So.
It's awesome. It provides a safe environment for the kids. It was funny. I was talking to one of the dads. His daughter was like just at that age where she's starting to get a little independent, but they still wanted to kind of keep tabs on her and keep an eye on her. So the dad was like kind of following behind, but didn't want the daughter to know that she was having that watchful eye. But there were so many from the school, just from the parish community. It was great to see the parents and the creativity. My goodness, some of these cars. I mean, there was this. It was almost like the car show. There was this grease trunk. It was this old classic car, and it had like the fake mechanic set up, and there was a guy in costume with the big coiffed hair. There was a Monsters Inc. one with the door. I mean, people are just crazy with their creativity. So it was awesome for us to see it. And it was a great night. Yeah. And We look forward to that for next year.
Yeah.
So speaking of looking forward,
by the way, there were over 350 kids at that.
Yes, it was awesome. It was such a good turnout.
In the past, it was just something done by the school, but we decided to open it up to the whole parish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been it's been great.
Totally.
The Rosary Night, that was something. Our Lady of Fatima, Our Lady, Blessed Mother, appeared to 3 shepherd children in 1917, and her last apparition to them after 5, it was the last one after 5 apparitions to them on October 13th, and we got together to pray the Rosary in the church. How many people were there?
I think 150 people.
150 people.
I was so bummed. I myself couldn't be there, but I saw the photos, and I know there was a lot of enthusiasm leading up to it, and I know it was a really
kudos to the Rosarians here at St. Mary's. They did a lot of work to run around publicizing the event, and it was just a simple. We brought out the Blessed Sacrament. Can we say that? Brought out. We exposed the Blessed Sacrament. A little more refined. And Jesus joined us.
Let Jesus out.
Then we let Jesus out. Oh, God. Don't show this to the bishop. So we had the Blessed Sacrament. We said the Rosary. We prayed for the people of the parish. And then I gave a little talk about Fatima and our need to convert our hearts to God. And Mary said that we would find peace. And, we really need peace in our world today. So I encourage you to pray the Rosary. So
it's amazing, the different apparitions that have occurred through history. They're always in particular places, as Father Anthony mentioned, where turbulence or tribulation, Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico, Our Lady of Lourdes, right after the French Revolution. So especially in our times, I know so many of us are kind of filled with stress and distress. So certainly that was a moment of hope and beauty in the midst of that darkness.
I don't know if you're aware that we have a beautiful shrine out on the island in Eastport. Our Lady of the Isle. It's run by the Montfort Fathers, who are right here on Saxon Avenue. Those same fathers have a beautiful shrine out there to Our Lady. I would encourage you to just go down there, walk around the grounds. They have a big rosary walk that's done by little bushes, and then they have a beautiful statue out at the rock. They call it beautiful, and they also have a great gift shop. So make it a day. Go out there with your family. I think it's a great place.
I think it's been nice weather this weekend. A little cloudy, but
today is beautiful.
Today is gorgeous. So definitely take advantage.
Yeah. Coming up.
A lot.
Buckle up,
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm already tired.
Right? And we're not even at the weekend yet.
Yeah.
So tonight I mentioned these holy hours that we've been having. Tonight is going to be a really special night. It's going to be a holy hour for the ladies of our parish, a special night just for you. And we're going to have a really amazing woman, Stephanie Muse. She's going to share a bit about her life, as a mother, as a wife, as a disciple of Christ. And again, that'll be in the context of Eucharistic adoration, holy hour. I know it's going to be really powerful. She's a great person, an incredibly faithful woman.
Beautiful music, too.
And she's an incredibly gifted musician. She's going to be sharing with us the gift of her music as well. So we're excited for that. And if you happen to see this and you got nothing going on tonight, or last minute change of plans, please come down. I can't encourage you enough.
7 o'clock in the church. Pie and bread sale.
Sounds yummy. Now that is my stomach grumbling. That's not the cat.
The school's parent association is sponsoring it. It's from White Post Farms. I believe they're in Huntington.
Somewhere around
in Huntington, I think. The kids went over there. The little ones went over there I guess they have a petting zoo and all.
So
they went over to that a few days ago. You can order, if you look in the bulletin, there's an order form, and you can the order form, fill it out, get it in. It has to be in by the 13th. No. November 10th. November 10th. All right. You see it. It's on that form there.
Yes.
All right. My eyes aren't too good. National Vocation National Vocations Awareness Week.
It rolls right off the tongue.
Just rolls right off the
nice
tongue.
tongue
It's
twister.
so easy. So easy.
This one's near and dear to both of us. Obviously, we're aware of our vocations.
Don't do it. No. Sorry. Only kidding.
That's why I work in vocations.
I stay home.
No, it's one that's near and dear to both of us. I'm obviously so grateful for the gift of my priesthood. It's only 2.5 years old, but
25 years.
But it's the reality that God has placed in front of our life since before we were even born. The plan that God had for us, for our lives, and it's been so nice just to experience the people's openness to our ministry and our presence here. Not just the two of us, Father Alfred, Father Charles, the priests that have preceded us. It's an incredible privilege being part of everyone's life at every moment of life in ways ordinary and extraordinary. So I want to offer just a particular word of encouragement to the young men and ladies of our parish right here at St. Mary's, whether they're students in the school, whether they are members of your family, whether you've got a son or a grandson, a nephew. Encourage the possibility of a vocation to the priesthood. If you have a daughter, a granddaughter, a niece, encourage the possibility of a religious vocation to one of the beautiful religious communities that serve not only here on Long Island, but across the country. Parents, I think, always ask that really important and honest question, like, will my son be happy? Will my daughter be happy? We're having a lot of fun. It's a tremendous joy and a real privilege. So I just want to throw that word of encouragement out there as we prepare to celebrate National Vocations Awareness.
And if you want to, if you have any questions, always just give us a call.
Please.
We'd be happy to answer questions, because we know that it's for many families, it's kind of a mystery. And why would you push your son or daughter into this thing that you don't know about? So not push, but encourage.
Right.
So just give us a call. We'll be happy to sit down and talk with you and tell you the process as it goes now and stuff like that. So also there's when did the vocation? There's prayers for vocations at the seminary once a month.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things that the team that I work with on the diocesan side, we put together these holy hours that we've been having at the parish. We've been having them on a diocesan scale, particularly for vocations and to encourage vocations and to promote vocations. Those are on Friday nights. We have them once a month up at the seminary in Lloyd Harbor, up in Huntington. The next one is going to be on Friday, November 18th. Father Eric Fasano, who's our Vicar General of the diocese, is going to be the homilist. And it's also a great excuse just to go up to the seminary. It's a beautiful place. If you've never been, or if you have been and you know what I'm talking about, it's a special place. It's a really holy place. Father Anthony studied there. I didn't. I went to seminary up in Yonkers at St. Joseph's Seminary. But it's a really beautiful, an awesome night. And if you can't be there, on the 18th, definitely keep us in your prayers and keep the intention of growth in vocations here on Long Island in your prayers.
Veterans Day is coming.
It is, speaking of lives of service.
Lives of service, to our country. Gives us the opportunity to sit here and do this. That's going to be, we're going to have an appreciation at the November 12th at the 4:30 Mass in the auditorium. The regular 4:30 Mass we'll want to honor our veterans for their service to our country.
Absolutely.
Advent. Advent wreath making.
Can't believe Advent's on
I'm
this
talking about Advent.
Crazy.
Wow. Where'd the year go?
I know, right?
We're having so much fun.
Right? I feel like we just got here.
Right? So, Monday, November 21st, there's 2 time slots, 4:30 or 7 p.m. And you need to register. Just be sure that you register. That's coming up. In the Christmas fair, November 25th, between 2 and 9 p.m. There'll be food, vendors, Santas, raffles, and much more.
Santa's more than one?
Santas. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm getting there myself.
You're getting the beard going. Getting in the season, the spirit of the season.
Spirit of the season. And then there's the Advent mission. We encourage you to come to that. There'll be more information in the bulletin for you to look up. And that's November 28, 29, and 30, 7 o'clock in the church. Father Veras, who is on the staff or the administration of St. Joseph Seminary, where this guy went.
He was actually one of my homiletics professors. So if you have any homiletic complaints, you can thank him when he comes on the 30th. But he's a really great and awesome priest. It's like one of those experiences where you remember your first impression of someone. And I remember he got up to preach at the seminary, and I couldn't believe how thought-provoking and thoughtful and articulate he was. And he's been a huge part of my time in the seminary. And I know because of COVID and other things, it was tough to get either him to come. He was booked up elsewhere, or he wasn't traveling. We had different things in Lent. We had those masses with guest preachers. But I know there's something beautiful about an Advent mission because it kind of intentionally slows us down. I know people are already worried about Christmas shopping, and we're not even at Thanksgiving yet, and we're just putting away our Halloween decorations. But those nights are a great opportunity really to place ourselves in front of the mystery of the incarnation, the mystery of Jesus' birth, and his continued presence in the church. So we definitely don't want you to miss that. It's going to be a great few nights. He's going to be here the weekend before at all the masses, so he'll introduce himself to you there, and he'll kind of give a sort of intro to his 3-day mission.
Just a step back, looking back again, just the other day we had a beautiful mass. Father John celebrated a beautiful mass for those who lost a loved one this past year. The Ministry of Consolation sponsors that, and it was a beautiful mass, well attended. And so, this month of November is the month we remember the faithful departed. So always keep them in your prayers, and there's special indulgences that you can gather for them, for the souls in purgatory, by visiting a cemetery and all. So, rock out hunger.
They should call it Rocky Out Hunger.
Rocky Out Hunger.
Rocky
Thanks, Rock.
Rocky does so much, and Robin and everyone over at Outreach. I unfortunately couldn't be there this year. I was at Kellenberg for the happy occasion of the final profession of one of the brothers there. But I got to go last year, and actually that was, speaking of our dearly departed, I got to meet Sister Camille for the first and only time. And I just think of all the great things that our outreach, our parish social ministry,
social ministry
for everyone here. I mean, my goodness. I mean, Robin has so much energy, and Rocky, all that they do,
and the volunteers,
all the ways that they can just tangibly manifest the love of the Lord,
and helping those in need.
It's a great gift. So we've had a lot, as you can tell, that's gone on. A lot that's coming up. It's certainly enough to keep our calendars nice and packed. We hope that you'll come with us on this fun adventure over these next few months and these various things that we've got going on.
Yep. And then next month we'll be able to talk about these things and get prepared for Christmas. So thanks for joining us. And
absolutely. It's a beautiful day out there. If you're not already out there, enjoy it. Enjoy the weekend. Have a great month. And God bless.
God bless.